shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Ras Tafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Ras Tafari.
I would say BTS, this is Kabanka Pyramid representing the Lion Voice vlog. Make sure that them check it out and stay tuned. See? Rastafari blessings every time.
I said.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.
Well, great is the Almighty, and greatly to be praised in the city of Haile Selassie I, the mountain of His holiness.
Yeah, from Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, you know, the whole entire continent.
Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion, from Accra to Addis Ababa.
Yes, it's a beautiful continent, better control, Mama Africa.
Very beautiful.
From Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, I smile for Mama Africa.
I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long since I see Mama. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon flaw. We gonna use solar energy, use sanitation to build the ecology. We utilizing green technology. We hailing Haile Selassie first without apology. And then we build the youth them economy. We dismantle Babylon monopoly. We teach the youth them how to live properly. Tell them make sure them got the title for them property.
Yes, this is huge.
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Chasmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of Lion Talk Live. Welcome to Lion Voice Network and welcome to Lion Talk Live. This is the platform where we are interviewing the lions and the lions are telling their story. If you are just coming, welcome. This is a phenomenon that's taking place within the Rastafari Pan-African community. We're building strength. I have to big up the Lion Pride and the Lion Pride on Patreon. Family, this is a milestone episode. Look in the corner, you see the branding. We have upgraded our StreamYard, no more duck business. Because of the investment of our Lion Pride on Patreon, we are investing forward because I've told the item, we're not going to stay one place. We are building from ground with the community. We're building a community on the Patreon. If you're not part of the Patreon, come in. $25 a month, $10 a month, $5 a month, whatever you can afford. Come and support Rastafari, independent, non-aligned media. We're building something never before seen. We are serious about this family. Armageddon, World War III. This is the uprising. This is the resistance. We're not going to go down with Babylon. No, there's no chance. Our elders set too much foundation. So tonight, we have a very special episode, very special guest. I want to big up I Never Knew TV. If you're here from the I Never Knew TV, welcome. Because we have one of the item on here tonight. They have hosted I so many times on that platform. And now I get to return the favor. This is the power of the creative ecosystem model. Once you have an ecosystem, then collective security can happen. But this brethren this evening is the reason that I end up on I Never Knew TV. He came to I as a client and we built the vibration. And this is how I knew the brethren was serious, because as an artist, he sought consultation before he entered into an agreement. And from right there, I know this is a special brethren. You know him, I do. And he was able to connect I with the I Never Knew TV family, Junior, who aka the Ballad, and we build a nice energy. So to have him here is a great honor and lion pride. I want us to treat this brethren with the utmost respect. It's like we have part of a family, a visit from over so. You know what I mean? This is a joy. Before we get into that though, I want to big up Ramia King Design. You see I have the custom tumbler with my coffee, my ice water. It keep the temperature. They're one of our sponsors on the platform. We have to give thanks. CMAS Life as well. CMAS Drink. We give thanks. These are ones in the community who are investing in Rastafari, independent and non-aligned media. So we have to big them up for their investment. All right. Housekeeping out of the way. Family, help I to welcome this brethren. He's a recording artist, he's a singer, he's a songwriter, he's creating authentic Rastafari roots music. I want everyone to go to his catalog or his Lion log after the show, watch the videos, the message, solid. And these are the artists that I love and that I'll be bringing on this platform. So help I to welcome family. Ras Autarchii, welcome.
Yes,
Yeah,
so you keep more life, Rastafari blessings and honor every time.
Aile, otherwise known as the Dread from Ballad and the Dread.
Yes,
This is a
man.
great honor
The
to
joy.
have the eye.
The joy for the on the platform. A lion voice there is saying a lion have to tell it tale.
Yes. And the thing about this, this is a Rastafari. We're unapologetic Rastafari. So we don't have to put the Rastafari part of the reason in one little corner because we are trying to get to other things. We can go deep as we want to go because the audience is there. Big up yourself, Freeway Dread, Lion Pride, and Patreon. Check-in. Family coming from early. So, we big up all of our Patreon supporters. We are a family and we are
Bless
here to
them.
elevate the Rastafari, on these platforms. So, I'm long-winded, so I have to control myself from my own shit. That is how we move. Accountability over here. Tell us about the I self. Where was the I born? And give us your journey into Rastafari. What brought the I to Rastafari?
Yes, I and I born in Portmore, Jamaica, Christian Pen to be specific. Grew up there all of my life, same way with the whole family, practically the whole community is I and I family. So we're raised by a community same way. Went to Kingston College in Jamaica. Um Tried forward to the US same way for college and make sure so we can fulfill certain type of obligations. A Rastafari journey kind of was something that is an ingrown concept for I and I from a longer time still because I and I father always amongst all sort of Rastafari elders straight through them amongst we direct, whether it be musician, whether it be just ills elders who come check the all of this thing and we really said livity from that time. But certain different things kind of lead way astray same way. But when we really come in at the belly of the beast in America same way and really see certain things, we realize that we have to go really make a decision now. We can't sit down on the fence no more. We have to align with movement where we can really set with principles straight and make we kind of find the self-conscious vibration there. So it's so we really come to Rastafari in our early teenage years to and have a discipline for stay steadfast on the mission.
Okay, and who was the I father?
Donovan Joseph, was a lead singer of Time Unlimited after Junior Delgado left the same way. Always around Earl China Smith, cousin of Dennis Brown too. So the roots steady in the mission from that time till this time.
I wanted to make sure the lineage, is very important because I come from a royal lineage as it relates to music, and I think it's important, and I realize it informs why you take such a serious approach. What was it like as a child growing up around legends, people who are well known within the music fraternity?
I know I always tell people the joke say to we as youth still it wasn't, it never really come to a realization until we kind of have that maturity, because when I would have say big youth to me is just one of my father joke bridging them where them man they just love get joke and have a laugh. I see the Congos, them man is just nearby, say Gregory Isaac, them all around them man there's just Elders, China, Earl China Smith, them all of these the kiddo side. Me and them man kiddo side them even live in a one house together to same way. When we see that man, we never really think about it as to that level is when we really come out of the environment and see the consciousness and the impact of the consciousness. We are so weird. So at them impact of them man did have to stay a max room in a yard every day and all of these different things. So we never really think about it, but it's a subconscious type of teaching. I think it really help I and I to develop and understand say it's not a mission, it's not just a little paper thin mission, it's a mission where have more structure and more development. And we even start backtrack to, for be honest, to and really realize the works, the level of works what they are them to do. And that's how we really come to a full understanding and say, wait, are them greatness are with the monks? And they will say, all right, we have to really instill that same. So as you growing up still, it never really not no way out of the norm, but it's really when we really grow up to a certain level, the teaching start really down power, because with, even though as a youth we have guidance still, but we never really that pre that direction, so to speak. We read a lot because we've been reading a lot certain way for gather that knowledge, but the direct conscious part with them elders they were not really that drag with towards. We never really that pay that much mind, so to speak, you know.
So in Jamaica, there is a culture of Rasta, but then there's also Rastafari, meaning you're really looking at the divinity of His Majesty. You accept, and everybody relates to that divinity in different ways. We know that. What was your moment as a young man now that you come into that realization you're doing this for yourself, and how do I see the emperor within your child?
All right, you see, when I go college now, because we start dig deep, so we start think about it from two perspective, right? So we think about it from a more educational academia perspective. There's so that a one aspect right now. We start digging it and start even read the wise mind. We start read the autobiography of Haile Selassie. And we are so wait, but all this man have so much clarity. All this man have so much clarity, and him really bring. And how come him have so much power? When I really eject and people are gravitate to this, and then when I look on, I really backtrack now and say, all right, all of the ones that I see really live up to the message of Haile Selassie. How they them live. I start connecting to the library, I see the library, I sit down in a hours, and start to think about it until I realize say about 3 to 4 hours gone and my meditation on this journey. Plus on top of that now, we think about the livity certain way now. We start to eat out a calabash. Because remember we say two sides, the academia side now,
Yes,
and we start thinking about the livity side now, and then we start to eat out a calabash, we want to start live certain traditions now, and then when we see now, so Haile Selassie, the level of works what they come do, and when we think about the concept of how most people frame God from a monotheist perspective, we start to say, so we start see it now too, because we are thinking about it from a 12 tribe aspect to certain way. We start read the Bible, we are reading from front to back, from Genesis to Revelation, three times over, and we start put Haile Selassie in the context of the Bible and all of these things until it come to over as the years go by, we start elevating the reasoning, and the reasonings it start become like a life or just a live. It just becomes so natural that we don't need no more validation from the model there what it's set in front of us. So to the divinity where I say Haile Selassie is as that model figure where I use as the guidance towards a direction, life direction, and a son how I come for all Haile Selassie upon the level there when nobody can take I off, but when it comes to Haile Selassie. So it's really a journey from a model way. We start from a model way created for we, and then we kind of ease off of that now and say, oh, we look upon it within ourselves, because this model was there before, and to be honest, we're not disrespect nobody liberty, but the model where we start thinking about it from in regards to the book itself and the being in this story. If we look on other cultures or other religions or anything of that sort, we see them have the same approach. So I started saying, no, but we can't have the same approach now. Then I started saying Haile Selassie for what Haile Selassie is. That,
Yes.
that model figure, that the one who will give guidance towards every direction where I think about, I can think about a less where Haile Selassie give, and so comes now the journey to start develop, and Rastafari start become this type of model for and I just move towards, and we feel free flowing within the livity of Rastafari and sighting up Haile Selassie, and I saw the journey really take on. And many stories did it to it, but
Yeah,
that
man.
is the overall
I love it.
synopsis.
I love it because everyone relates different, and that's the one thing I want to bring out on this. Even within the Nyabingi, even within the 12 tribe, even within the Bobo Shanti, everybody have their own personal relationship. But I love what Prince Emmanuel said: "Man of right is God in flesh."
Yes.
Very simple. Just condense that: upright man and a man on purpose. Having that template. You talk about your education. What was your education? Did you go to school in Jamaica or in America?
Yeah, so after we're in Jamaica, we leave Kingston College. Now we go youth. We start with tertiary education with the 1 semester youth tech, and then we move to US. Now we still go to Barrow Manhattan Community College to the associate.
Yeah.
Then we leave here and go Barrow College for do bachelor's. So I saw the whole
Yeah, man.
academia towards that standard come into play. No?
I have KC man in my family, so I know how that goes.
Still loyal to the cause, yeah.
We know that. We know the KC thing already. So, in terms of the I consider the a music purist. Because I went through your catalog on YouTube, I subscribed to the channel, and I say, let me go through the video there, man. I say, okay, you really have stayed true to the roots and to the that legacy of singing out from your heart and soul. Where does that come from?
All right, say, may I get that before me even go into the full levels. I think the main thing I'm always tell people is remember the first 45 I ever released in my life. And the 45, it was Roots Radix who recorded live. You have Flabba Walls, you have Style Scott, you have Tony Asher, Alex, Earl China Smith, all of these greats. And my father is the man who had direct the whole thing. And I remember one day them I said, wait, so the man has sings a star. The man can't sing, but the man need to sing from him soul and sing from the bottom of him belly and feel all them vibes. I mean, I said, then but how may I sing and there and still I say, me nah sing from the diaphragm and all of these things. So I start get nervous, and then you have a next studio session now after that now where I do and the man him take me out to the studio and the man him say, yo, see you're born with the talent but you're asleep. So I really have to go sit down to myself and meditate and say, no, but say I really have to attack this thing. Music is a thing where free I mind on a different levels, and the messages will come out in the music for I personally is something we're very close to our heart, and that is one of the level why I think when it comes to the whole mainstream music per se is something where I kind of stay far from in a sense, even though we know it have its benefits to see me. But for answer the question, I think one is an inborn thing. It's an inborn thing as a family tradition, same way. Say we have the legend in our family who we have to live up to the standard there. The man where your favorite singer, Dennis Emmanuel Brown. And even my great grandfather to see him with David Brown, who really set the pace when it comes to music from that time, from our gospel perspective. So we see it as something where we have to live up to the standard, and there's a standard where I feel like I can't drop the standard to a certain levels, and that is where we play a major role in how I really come to singing with a passion and singing with the message and the sound, and we make all like come together for form one banding, like a bonfire, so to speak, where one can sit down around and feel warm when time we sing, and that are really the whole how the creative process come together,
Yes. You could have chosen any form of music. Why roots? Because I know it's not a money thing. Because the money, the money not there right now. Reality. This is a reality platform. We're not preach up nothing right now.
No, it's straight. No, it's straightforward.
So we know it's not a money thing. So yes, your family have a certain lineage, and we're gonna get into who your father is for those who don't know. I want to get some details, but why, roots. You could have do R&B, you could have sing some more sweetie sweetie lovey dovey, or you could have go like a slack, for catch the younger
Yeah.
youth energy. Why you choose to stay in this lane that seem to be very limited?
All right, now many different sides to it, but I'm sure
All
that
right.
I will really want to know is so we usually start out and I do them for them type of song, then it never eventually get for record because gratefully even give thanks to man like Wayne Smith, Wayne Slington Smith, who was I mentor, where he wouldn't record them type of music there for the first and foremost. So we never end up trod the road there, and the man always a show we say, you see, when you're coming at this music, it have to really connected to you. And I feel like so when I did a certain type of music where more people would are attracted to because it's so free flowing according to them and it not really have no moral or principle connected to it. I never really find myself doing that. I feel like something still lasts. People
Yeah.
still are hype you up and I tell you, say, yeah, man, the vibes are nice, but we are saying, no, say, if you really want to achieve great things and become the role model, because the way I see it, the music is a form of community service is a community service in the form of melodies. And I feel like if I ever really always see myself as a leader, so to speak, a role model, and I never really want to rub no youth the wrong way because I did have some bad role models at a certain point in life, and I decided say I make a whole promise to myself and even to the youths them where look up to I say we not gonna rub no youth the wrong way. So that I one of the major part of the thing too. And then overall, it's not a deep science in on the next side of it too because the music is just something we flow off of the top of our brain. So I live, so we put the melodies them together, and so we make the works just flow in itself. And who want catch it. But we know that there is always somebody who can resonate with the music beyond just that surface level. And that is the joy of why we even come to roots music, roots music,
Give thanks and explain for those who are not familiar. Give us a little short biography of your father, and some of his works.
Yeah, as we say, Donovan Joseph, is an artist who from the 70s to the 80s, 90s coming through. I think find him biggest hit in the early late 80s, early 90s. Did albums like Devil's Angel with Time Unlimited. Did albums like Grow and recorded with Bertram Brown for Freedom Sounds. And I think no heap of people might know that label to same way. We produce Cornell Campbell, all of these different artists. Um, yeah, just a one who always I Times record is where I think a lot of people would have know Donovan Joseph for the same way because I Times record was one of the biggest record store them in the 80s, 90s.
Okay.
Downtown, Waterfront, Kingston, and Donovan Joseph was the musical manager for that alongside Earl China Smith. So that is where the legacy really come together same way. And one of the biggest tracks them too is like Muta Baruka, Johnny Jughead, which a lot of people would have know too. If you listen to the harmony all throughout the sound, all throughout that track, Donovan Joseph is the man doing that harmony too. So it's a long biography same way,
No,
but
no,
man who
I
building of the
want.
music, and steady as a foundation and a column in the music. And one of the reggae artists is who even break in the 90s, who really break in the Japan market too. Japan market too, with that album Sounds and Melody Colors.
Okay, so what would you say is his biggest song, so people could look for?
One road, my brother, one road, my sister, one aim, one heart to the promised land. We don't want no ungodly, no workers of iniquity. Only righteous ones will be there. Peace,
Yes,
love, and
the son of represent.
harmony. The last.
know, you start singing, you touch some frequency. NASA everything crash.
At the
Wow.
powers, you know.
The powers. But I was saying the son I represent the father, the sweetness in the voice, you know. I'm
At the
gonna need a,
works, man.
I'm gonna need a lion voice drop, you know. I just one day I know that, you know.
That's easy, man.
We
We
can
leave a
talk
studio.
about
You
that.
know. We leave a studio, man.
Yeah, man. I need that drop. So, family, tonight topic we're gonna get into shortly is going to be those Rastafari artists have to live what they're singing. We're also gonna ask what I ask all of the artists: where are the repatriation songs? Where are the songs glorifying His Majesty? Me nah hear no song where really, you know, when you hear the classic Rastafari music of the 1970s and the late 60s, you know, is like a guidebook of the livity, you know, for you
Yes,
them.
right.
Today when we hear the music, you know, big up the artists, them, but we not hear them fundamentals, you know, it's like the columns of the music need to be there along with exploration, because as an artist myself, I would never limit an artist's creative, you know, range, but we have to have these column songs in the music. So before we get there though, let's go back into the time machine. Take us to your chat in New York. What was it like for the eye? You know, just moving to the United States, coming from Jamaica. What was that experience?
Well, it's a shocker. I would have said it's a shocker. It's not that we're naive and we know, cause we've been a traveler from a youth stage, but it's a shocker when we really come live here. We realize we have a more sense of community where we are come from, and we used to, say if we have $100, if we have $100 and $100 can't run the pot, we and my friend them make up and we just go run our boat and live certain life. But when we reach to US, we realize it's more about just moving with the flow of the matrix. You're paying bills here and there and all of these different things. And then at one given time to we even then a school and could even pay all the school fee to same way. And I tell I say, but that is where really bring I and I close. So we start write all more music to more music and more music, because it's just it feel like the suffer we feel a certain separation in a living in a US way. We never really that expect on a certain levels, even though we never naive. And I feel like even the album landed free to same way where if most people would have end up start no Autarchii from, which is my introductory album to the world. It tell you a lot of the experiences what we face to,
Okay.
and how we really manage to tread through and certain keen observations what we make while living through this. But I think along the way, what we always note, we always find some angel along the way. And that is I think the moral of the story while living in this type of concrete jungle where we find some angels we always bless up on the journey and give us strength on the journey. Because we tell about the school fee thing is a man who a elder who core to the school system and decides say you not leave school, we're gonna strengthen you and strengthen. I'm gonna tell my old lady, say don't worry about nothing at all, man. You tomorrow I want you show up at the office there. And the man say, yeah, what you go on? You know, I forgot. You know, for the school fee right now, pay it when you can, because you know stop school, you're too intelligent to stop school. Let's go on the mission, youth. And then we buck up and we want to do the music, and we're in the desolation and we say we can't even know the right place to record. And so we buck up on some Ella called Kenton Sanderson, and our bridging Askell and introduce it to Wayne Smith. And every week now Wayne Smith start give me 2 rhythm a week and say every week you need to come with song for them 2 rhythm and record it. Till we end up record all the album for Wayne Smith, rising at the struggle entire we go school, we sleep on train. We have to sleep on the train, I go home, just only I go home for go bed and go back to school, and then we left school and gone to studio again. And there's a face the tribulation and I tried to see me. And then we all tune, man. Living in a New York where them call the paradise. But for my mama, none tell it never nice. Working so hard for the minimum wage. Cause she know say the school fee have to pay. Short on the cash and the rent overdue. Hold our head, that's the way me I go do. Then a whole heap of, we find say a whole heap of tribulation. But now we realize all of that journey was for a reason still. And it really mold and build the character where we really have today. And then it kind of shows capitalism is not really a nice system for living. You have to know how you navigate we navigate the streets, so we are moving a capitalism, because the corrupted road, it's so easy for reach over to, because I remember see as you to in the street to we have only a rude boyfriend to and a rude boyfriend way. And them with them monks to see me, with them monks rude boy them to see me straight every day to, because them we are bleach monks and a whole certain meditation to, and try to see which tune we can go here and there to figure vice a tune. So only a tribulation we facing in New York, and even on the scene too, because when we just come through in New York and we are trying to get a whole mic, enough man I said no, you two don't know it, so right now you can't get no mic around here and thing until we have to rugged and rough to and know say, hey, and one at a time we get so rough till we end up almost have mids like we want to lose the weight to, even though we are pre-conscious to a certain extent. But then we have to fall back and realize everything up for a purpose. You have to find your space. And I saw the story go when it comes to the in a New York in particular, and living in a US, because a whole heap of tribulation we face, man. That's not even half of it.
Yeah, no, I was just in New York celebrating my Queen Earth Strong, and it's like an overstimulation, with all the skies, is so much happening, so much people just a move and energies, and you go on the train and it's like you see all type of people, humanity. You see the fullness of humanity, from man tattoo, face, everything, to people that go work, to this, that, New York is a lot to manage. So I big up anyone who can endure that great city. I couldn't do it,
Yeah, man, I only but I want to tell you, say, but it's a thing where it make you break, you have to understand that as ones and ones where live in a New York, because it's a place where it crowded and it have a whole heap of nice. So you have to learn how to silence your mind, and you have to learn. Once you learn how to meditate, it's a place where you can handle, because opportunity is there, but it's just you just have to find it, and I feel like the road is almost like a maze.
Yes.
When you live in them type of place,
It is. That's the feeling you get. It's a maze. Because everything there in New York, or for every culture, every nation, is literally, one of the most diverse city on the planet. So
believe me,
it's overstimulation for many, and a lot of mental illness. I was in some place in Whole Foods, a man just come start scream, and all kind of energies and spirits.
So they are accurate though, because I have a tune because State of Mind, where I address that mental illness. I ever
sing on P-side.
Because it's a state of mind, no state of mind. This place called New York City. Well, it a no better rose. It's a no better rose. Well, it's the city life. Well, it's the so-called pretty life. I rise in the building and all them pretty life. Many in the third world will love to live this life. Based on what they've heard, there's gold on the ground that glisten at night. And train delay, MTA no get no better. Yet the fear got hike again, the people feel the pressure. Living in the third world make me know the first is better. So to Jamaica, me write a love letter. Blind man crossing the street, him no get no help. Mothers pushing strollers up the stairs by themselves. Here you only get pitied if your gender on the fence. No foot call this place heaven, but I would call it hell.
Yeah, you
I have a documentary thing, music documentary,
You see, through your mic sound nice. I'm gonna ask you if you do somebody tune them, because your audio sounds very idolful. So we big up, and I see some of the eye people them there. You see Junior, the baller that check in, State of Mind, massive tune. You see, poetic music say land of the free. If you know, you know. Autarchii classic. So me see some of the family them check in. Very, very, very powerful music. So what was your first big song where say, all right, this is an impact, because you're releasing music, you have a lot of music, but what was the song where you thought, all right, this one catch?
So the first song where really all right, so well, to my mind, every time I release a tune, I tell myself, say this is gonna be the next big tune.
That's every artist.
But then I think the song where really most people first originally know Autarchii from, you have Grow, where most people out of Japan and certain places know, due to the whole High Times label where it release span. Certain people start tuning into the frequency, but then you did have Shashamane Living now, where Shashamane Living is a tune that most people know, and I from where we're featuring Far Eye the Future to same way. That is a song that really bring me into prominence. Cause at that time we have a movement where we are move collective, and most people anyway I'm tell Autarchii, especially in a New York City, in a New York or anywhere on the East Coast where I go, Shasha Money Living was the first tune where them really catch on to the frequency release and bent box records and most people. But overall, still I think like tunes like Cure My Pain, a certain song where I know on the West Coast side of the thing, the Cure My Pain is one of them they release on Dub Rockers label where a lot of people know Autarchii from, and then you have a land that freeze a tune with certain place. It depends on the market. It depends on the market to a certain way. But I feel like there's certain different pockets and different places where certain tunes resonate with them more than some. And I think some people will identify Autarchii with that particular song. Revolution and this song is kind of a song where dear to a lot of people art. You know?
Yeah, I think that your knowledge of the market is very crucial as an independent artist, and I want to touch some of the business a little bit later, but I want to jump into the topic right now because you talk about your child in New York. You could have gone certain ways, and what I'm hearing is that you're putting the life that you're living into the music. You know, how important is it? Because I've heard and I've seen a lot of artists that sing one thing, but maybe if you meet them in real life, you know, you get a different vibration or a different impression from the message that they're singing. And I've heard this complaint from many people in the industry, in particular as it relates to Rastafari artists. You know, how important I think, or is it important for the artists to live what they're singing? What's the eye sound on that?
It's very crucial. It's very crucial because it's almost like they ask this question for a particular reason or is a cosmic energy. Because I almost cry one day I when I meet one eye artist them where I look up to so dearly, and but you know that the music they start I get to certain levels, we can go in a certain different spaces so we wouldn't been before. And when we see the livity where the man them a link, and we see the man them the junkiness where the man them dip on, or the man them talk like. For the thing when I notice both of them is a competitive type of space to them, and I think if you really are the Rastafari music or roots music on a certain level, I don't feel like you're supposed to have it on that level, in that type of vibes. And I think it's very crucial, man, because it make a break, you know. And you have to remember, see, a whole heap of youth where I look up to you a certain way, and them have to see that the that them are connect, and if the that them not connect, mislead the youth them. Because it's almost like you could have get in a Hollywood then. It's almost like if you become an actor or an actress then, and just find a space this as opposed to doing the roots on a certain level to see me. So it's something where it's very crucial, and it defining towards the culture too. I tell you the truth. Something where it defining to the culture because it need to be addressed. It need to be addressed because you see, one thing we know, there is a thing where them always tell us action speak louder than word, and when we come to see the mission now, we start realizing if there was action within the mission and ones that live up to where ones that sing, would I see the tangible progress them? Would I see the tangible progress? But the tangible progress is just not there. And that means the facts that they're them not living clean and not living up to the message where they them say. It create a stagnant environment for themselves, for people looking up to them, and for the future to come. So it's very defining. It's something very important.
I realized this as a Rastafari brethren when I started doing work in the movement and realized that you don't connect with none of the artists them. You know, the artists are not connected to the works that are happening. Yes, they might donate every now and then, but it's almost like they might do a favor to give to Rastafari work, as opposed to that being the drive that's driving the whole machine, you know. Do you think that's a wrong way to look at it? Because I'm a little radical, you know. I don't want to influence.
No, you see, no, the accurate way there I look upon it, and I think but what we have to understand at the same time too is almost like an unrealistic expectation over some of these people too. And I think we have to tone down the expectation we have of some of them, because it's just not realistic for most of the ones them for really live up to the standard where we are where we are hold them pan, and them can't transcend that type of level where we are look towards. So we have kind of scale it back a bit and say, all right then, where are we looking for these righteous ones to forward who can help and enhance the mission? You see me, are we looking for those ones who are kind of on that, I would have said, mainstream level, or are the ones who are really closer to the grassroots? We have to kind of scale back that, and then we have to see where ones and ones good at. Because a lot of these people, if you think take the music out of them, you have a man born with a talent, and they them have some great talent, because I tell you, they them have some beautiful voice, them have some beautiful songs, the lyrics them right, and a lot of them have locks on them head. But overall, these things that we're asking are requiring of them, they're just not at that level. For one, they're in toxic environments day in, day out. They're amongst toxic people who kind of influence the way of them think. And I think we have to put all of these different things in, all of these different factors into the whole situation. And we can't go and talk about the topic, and we're not really focus on the factors and the elements then we are around there them. They're on there. Then once we address these things, then we can build up to addressing the overall thing. Because if you check it out, imagine them their life yard and all of these different places do the works. Then look how much man you see every video, almost every music video you see. Look how much different people are go Southside got the music video, Fleet Street got the music video. How much man you see ever go donate and give something to the youth? Them and say, yo, we know some of them programmer for the youth them. What here we go on there, them go do this particular program and bless the youth them. But every man come for a music video, and for that one day while they are there, it's almost like that's supposed to suffice for the amount of gap where they are them, not amongst the people, them not doing any farmer works. Because we have to understand again, the revolutionary works where we know or we are think of in our head, and the music. A lot of these musicians are them can't reach that heights. So unless we're gonna tone down the expectation of some of them, and they will start reshape how we're gonna bake them into the movement, then it gonna become more realistic. But otherwise, from that I tell you, like I radical upon that certain level to see them win. But no, when we start think about it and really demon stuff of the eye them directly and see it, it's almost like them can't really reach the level of it help the movement at that particular way. Even though we want them, would have loved them if we can do it, you know. But a lot of them just not there mentally to contribute to the livity from that persona, you know.
All right. Lion Pride on Patreon, Freeway Dread checking in. He said that, well, if we have a lowered standards, then is it fair to call them reggae-farian?
Well, that would be a more suitable type of title than if you think about it. Because remember, you know, Rastafari, only people can call it many different things same way. One call it movement, one call it a religion, one call it many different things. It comprises of a nation. What is a mission with Haile Selassie. We are fulfill the creed. We are live Haile Selassie livity. We are trying to set the example and the foundation there. We have certain ones who in the movement who influence, who we think about prophets like Marcus Garvey, we know strongly influence Rastafari movement, and it's a black liberation movement where have different people. It have just like that, it have lawyers, it have entertainers, it have other different things. And where I think it might seem funny where there is a reggae-farian, but it's a real thing when you think about it, because these people are just fulfilling, they are doing reggae music on a certain level, but they're not necessarily doing Rastafari works. And I feel like we have to start dissect the two different things them, and don't really look on it the way they, because so we start looking on it the way they know, like are them supposed to become the saving grace, are them supposed to fulfill Rastafari works when they are not Rastafari warriors at that heights, or who are heights of Haile Selassie. Now it start create a sense of confusion in a sense now, you know.
We call them the Reggae Mansion. That's what I've been calling them, the Reggae Mansion. Because in my father's house there are many mansions, and the Reggae Mansion are ones where that is their mission. Singers and the players of instruments shall be there.
Yes,
but I do believe I wanna take it from another side, because as the I say, I'm an entertainment attorney. I've seen behind the curtain. A lot of the artists that we think are doing well financially, when you factor in their children, when you factor in their responsibilities, when you factor in ban, when you factor in expenses, you might find out that the economic strength that they actually have in reality is not what people think. And I think that can also be a reason that they're not more active in assisting in the community because they are themselves are treading water. I want you to talk about that side of it because as an
Yes.
artist, I know that part they do, and a lot of them trying to keep up an appearance that everything Isla. But if you hear if you read the text from them baby mother, you know what I mean, you don't know.
But more that but I'm more than one artist till I that are really straightforward. I know make it up because here
No,
what do I know. You see, there's a certain and I think that the ego play a role in it the same way. Same way where a lot of as they said there's so many factors where they them don't have the financial power. But I think where they them have a misunderstanding is that is finances is what is required of them
let's
and
talk
plus
about it.
in but where finances is required of them and they don't understand that the influence in itself is something where very beneficial towards a movement where them could have play a role. But then what more than one artist said to I and I is that from their perspective, a lot of people seeing them involved in a movement now. Most people would be expecting them to be providing finances because people is just the nature of how people think about it. Them see a man who is popular and then automatically them think finance and popularity is synonymous. So it's like it almost give them a sense of fear. Give them a sense of fear, so to speak, and then now they them not really act on the mission where them supposed to act. While there are others overall who just not genuinely not interested in pushing in playing a part anyway. But because I one might say, wait, but him lyrics them conscious, him supposed to play a role. But in a film brain, him just not interested none at all. So I think all of these different things that play a role, and then again the expectation where we have the one them now it almost like the expectation start create a fear factor in enough ones and ones who are do the music. And that fear factor now, I think from both sides is where one of these them need to address this fear factor and get rid of the ego, and overstand. So the mission is bigger than any one man. And then from the other end now as people to have overstand say here we are going. You see, if I and I know say we have the administrative power and we have the organizational power, here we are gonna know we are going do the outreach to him. And come and do it already, all right. I'm sure there this now. And
Right.
I don't and now I put an artist on the spot same way.
Yeah,
And
man.
it really affect the way how I listen to music to sometimes. And I think it's not that in itself now is a different topic. But we do entrepreneurship meets live music, which is a program. Entrepreneurship meets live music, which is a program. We reach out to artists to come and help the youth them and show so them can turn the informal hustle with them have into a formal hustle. And I want to tell them say I'll 300,000 Jamaican artists them until I say them want to be a part of this thing. And it's an exploitation. I mean I tell them say some certain things where we never really come show nobody, but now they say that we have to really open up and show ones and ones that. So why would a man what that again now the expectation because if these people were so interested in helping the movement and bringing the movement along, why would an artist even look at and more than one too? And it's the same ballpark and the same range of more than one artist is telling I these cars. It's why I'm under need 300,000 Jamaican to come and talk to some youth and bless up some youth and make we kind of build a progress going forward. It's because a lot of the ones not interested, but it's just that there's an expectation that once you're doing positive music and you align with the Rastafari movement, because this aligning with Rastafari movement is a whole thing where it need for dissect or
Yeah.
life sick or whatever in itself, you know,
Yes.
because
The
it's a
economic
bandwagon.
benefit, the economic benefit of tapping into Rastafari. Poetic music says so does conscious lyrics plus reggae beat plus locks equal Rastafari. I want you to answer that question there.
Is a great no, and that is a brilliant question because that is the big misconception, and that is the whole thing, you know, because the big misconception. It's just like a renter dread same way. We not try style now, but it's like a renter dread them overstand the power where don't know man like Bob Marley them come through and become a world superstar, star up on a level now. And one the expectation that everybody living in Jamaica from him have one lock same way him is a Rasta. If him born herb, him is a Rasta same way. It's a big misconception, and I think that is the model. That is the model. Conscious lyrics, reggae beat, locks equal Rastafari. That is the equation where most people are the basic equation that most people have. It's not even Haile Selassie anymore, you know. Haile Selassie, it's almost like Haile Selassie not in the equation no more, you know. Same conscious lyrics, reggae beat, locks, all right, smoke. Plus, you have to add smoking herb to it. You
Yes, yes.
smoke herb, that in itself now make you a Rasta. And I think it's where a lot of people we probably need to have a more broad education on what Rastafari is. And then I think it's that now the one them are move now. You know, some fall under this category now.
Yes,
And people are say we are Rastafari. Them in the Europe man and see man I say out Ja Rastafari man when me time I see the man them in an interview, the man them say they're not Rasta. And me there with my own eye and see there them are called Rasta. So it's Rastafari is beneficial. And once you have those prerequisites, according to most people, you are Rastafari, and that is the big misconception.
What I've been doing is separating Rasta from Rastafari, because I think Rasta is a Jamaican culture that, you know, has some aspects, but I see people who are Rasta who, as you say, they don't want nothing to do with Haile Selassie the first. If you push them will all, this is majesty, because they're not in that, you know. And then you have the people who are Rastafari who study His Majesty and are trying to live His Majesty within their own sphere of expertise or livity. And it's two different trad. But you have Rastafari that are Rasta, but not all Rasta are Rastafari. You understand what I'm saying? So you have some that are whole His Majesty that also have the aspects of Rasta culture, which is that Jamaica, you know, that is a certain swag, is a certain way of moving through, you know, that has gone global, but it's not the same. And I big up the Rasta community, but I have to make a distinction, because I think that we have to, okay, Lion Pride say Rasta is not just a Jamaica culture. And this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that Rastafari is not Jamaican, because Rastafari is acknowledging the divinity of His Majesty, His people called by His name. You can be from anywhere. You know, the history tells us that once in America, African Americans were yelling Rastafari before Leonard Howell even tried forward to Jamaica. That history is coming up now. So I make that distinction from Rastafari to Rasta. Rasta is Jamaican. You can't tell me nothing, because Rasta is Jamaica people shortening Rastafari and say, yeah man, them are Rasta, because even when the elders talk, they say in the beginning they used to call themselves Rastafari, and then the people start calling them Rasta. And then this Rasta culture evolve, you know. Rasta man may have 10 women, you know. Rastafari is you look for your Empress Menen. Rasta now look for him Empress Menen. He might look for Solomon Bounty. You know what I mean? He might look for something. You know what I mean? So there are distinctions.
And I feel like the
Yeah, man.
interpretation enough ones and ones get the thing kind of twisted. And cause the most disciplined ones are ones where I say a fulfill Rastafari works. It's not in a Jamaica area. Then I go some place and see someone a fulfill Rastafari works. I mean, I say wait, then I saw they them discipline towards the mission same way Hill's life there them a live and they them steadfast on this thing and I teach about the livity same way, and they them the energy where they them a carry. And that I really know the Fara. So I know Rastafari energy originally when I start sight up Rastafari, the pure clean energy the way where everyone can gravitate to, and it bring you a different joy when you left from wrong some man I ask wait what then all their energy did stay so and it's not even like they use no big word and they articulate on certain levels, but when they say heal man, Rastafari powers and string, it does give a different type of voice, different type of vibration same way. And outside of Jamaica that same way, but I feel like there is this historical point where and through the relevance of Jamaica in the whole thing, I feel like it kind of overshadow the definition of how Rastafari is shaped and how Rastafari from move forward. So ones who come from Jamaica who end up now might seem to be aligned with Rastafari now. It's almost like a misperception, really a flow through the cracks them, you know?
Because Jamaica culture is so dominant, you know. We're very unruly people, and we will dominate a situation if we get the opportunity. But the time is the wheat and the tears and the chosen few, and the reason is not to divide the culture, you know, but we have to make distinctions, because a lot of the frustration is if I'm trying to do some work on a brethren is not on His Majesty, and I'm trying to live His Majesty on the tour where I say Rasta, and I'm saying Rastafari. We think we're on the same page, but we're not. And because we
Yeah.
don't have that clarity, then it's just frustration. The work cannot go
Confusion.
through. You know what I mean? Because you have Rasta with born education, born structure, the born organization. But you couldn't be His Majesty children, Rastafari, and born
The
education.
Minister Education.
You see what I say? So there's clear distinction and differences, and I know it's controversial because we love Rasta. It's so comfortable, it's so warm, it's so one love, and you know what I mean. Because Rasta may have a white woman as him queen, Rastafari never do that, and we not judge a man will do that, but that you can't say Rastafari is about that. You see what I say? Because it was about building the African family. These are the things that somebody have to hold the root.
Yes,
What I mean? Even though there are branches out there, and we give thanks for the branches, because you can't stop aeration when we big up every man individual choice. But when we talk about the root of Rastafari, we have to know that it's a life that was lived. Sorry, go ahead.
No, say it there I said that, and it really bring a thought to my brain, because again, in a reasoning with different artists, I think where a lot of them meditation is that once they them out, the words and the sound where come out at the them mouth is enough. So from a lot of one's perspective, at least when enough man have said to themselves, at least me not doing a negative sound and not putting a negative sound in the ear. So I think to enough of them don't understand the connection with the groundwork and the powers where music carry, and plus the lineage where they them are come from, to see them where ones who set the foundation there and connect it. So the that them now connect, I think the lack of connection between the dots them and the importance of Africa in the whole thing, because enough man just meditate, say summer come make and go Europe same way and go make some money and come in, or make some look at trad and come in, but enough man now really meditate the connection towards where Rastafari is supposed to have with Africa, where Rastafari is supposed to have with the people, how Rastafari is supposed to help and gather and build up the African nation, the black people them forward, who are come forward and organize and centralize, was always the tenet of here Rastafari I met the sound there. So enough ones are really overstand, and I think it's really a lot of incomplete. It's almost like some fragments have been made. Some fragments are made, and ones now make sentences where you can fully understand. And I feel like it's time now for really cross the bridge there and start gather the whole mission together, so it can really make sense, as opposed to being so spread out and then not certain things now get accomplished neither.
A lot of people benefit from keeping things vague and undefined, and there's a lot of indiscipline that has crept in, and this is why His Majesty become a threat to a lot of ones, why they don't acknowledge His Majesty, because His Majesty is disciplined and the instructions are clear. You know what I mean? There's no ambiguity in terms of what Him tell us to do, in terms of building institutions, all of these things, the works, community development, collective security, agriculture. These things are clear. But if we just take it as Jah, Rastafari, and it's kind of a spirit, it's a kind of sky god, it's a, you can't tell me who is Jah and Jah my Jah, it's very vague. So anything when me do, you can't really tell me, say, I'm not doing this. And I think we've fallen victim to that somewhat. Let's talk about the woman then, because you're a young man. There's a lot of indiscipline within. I'm going to put you on the spot, because you think of it spicy too. You're a media trained, so you know if you say. You know if you say. You're responsible. Be responsible. We're going to talk about the woman, because as an artist, the woman them gravitate, and there's a lot
naturally
of sexual indiscipline with the man them, and part of why some of the man them don't have the money, because they must spend on the woman them, because once you are sleep with a whole heap of woman, money are spent.
Yeah, man, transactional, man.
Yeah, and even if it's just to buy them a dinner or whatever, or make them feel good for the day, you spend on a whole heap of woman. How the eyesight that part there in the music business?
Well, is that thing where it naturally, because guess what going on now? I think enough man fall in the trap easy, because enough man overstand say a lot of the woman them, a lot of the females them really are see it for the glory way in front of the eye them. Enough ones now overstand. So enough again, ones are not over separate and feel the energy the same way. Because we reaching out them thing there already too. We're not gonna tell no lie same way. So it's something where I talk from experience to same way. And is that you have to really steadfast on the mission, and then enough ones and ones are really steadfast on the mission either. So it's almost like where you gonna do right, you know, you gonna put the mission at front, or you gonna put woman at front, put the bag of woman chasing thing at front same way. You have to decide where you want, you know. And you see, as you know, we overstand say the mission are the most important thing. Yeah, sometimes you have a thing where them call temptation where the brain can always feel like it wants stray, and just because attention there and the light is there, light in there. Sometimes when the light are shine too much, you get blinded, you know, and you start lose the essence where you're supposed to have, you know. And that are the thing where. So from my perspective, still I feel like we used to focus on the mission enough at the time, then we not really think about it from the way there, but it take a certain level of mental power for really get towards the discipline there. And I don't feel like say the mental power there is something where easy for enough for the one them. Plus, because remember, you know, again, if you as a man where you have ego, your ego big, you have talent for back your ego to it. Because enough of them, as much as them now live right, you know, I tell people this all the while, you know, enough of them now live right, but them sound good. That's not the truth.
Yeah,
Them
man.
sound good, even though enough of them now live right.
They have a
And then
gift.
you have a gift. So when time you have a gift now and your ego big, you get carried away to see him. You get carried away to see him. And remember, who are the most easiest to carry away to see him as a man? Because them always tell us a man have two head. You see me I say? And the small head, they always, most of the time, I go lead the them astray to see me. So you know, I feel like I dig deep in it. That's why meditation is an important thing as an artist. And as an artist, you have to understand, especially an artist where the conscious works, you have to understand the power of meditation. And when you start meditating, now you start realize, why am I doing this music? Is it that me I do this music for? So when the award show come, me can make sure say my name up on the award list, and me I go up on the podium, go collect something. Or me I the music for no say, me I try reach towards people, and me I try spread a particular message. So you have to choose. And I feel like every individual man have to know at certain given time in your life, you have to know which road you want to choose and which road you want to walk on, you know. Because
Yes.
if you want to choose to walk on the wrong road, then you're gonna make woman lead you astray. So I really is a meditational thing, and it's a thing where you have to learn along the way too, and it depends on how much light I shine on you too. Because you see sometimes when too much light I shine on you,
Yes.
the way you get blinded now, it just stop take you off course and show again that big ego and the talent. It start lead you astray. Because watching them, I can just go run, go link the woman there, link the woman there, link the woman there, but I still have my talent, my voice I go still there. So
Yeah.
now you start get carried away upon that little most, you know, say the mission start fade. So I saw it really go.
No, serious. Is there a single right now, or you have a queen?
No, naturally, and I would also take would also say, cause we're not single like a hit record still, even though
I don't want to be clear because you have some sister that I go watch and say he's a nice young man. And
no, them are gonna run same way. All right, you see, at that again at the journey. Cause we say we are be clear, we are dealing with clarity, you know. Woman are gonna run you down same way, you know, no matter if you want taking or why, you know, because a woman might love the meditation where you bring. A woman might love the reasoning where you have same way. So it not really matter. That not gonna really make a difference. And at this, I think enough people I get the thing twisted. It not really matter if you have a woman or if you not have none. Woman are gonna still see that, and if them admire the works and admire the talent on a certain level, them want to be a part of that movement where they are them a try build. So that not make a difference.
so you still have to have your discipline
Yeah.
in terms of things. So what are some of the techniques that you use when the round sexy body ladies them say, Autarchii, I want to spend some time with you. What are some of the techniques for the young artists? Because you go through certain vibration, you know, practical. How do you avoid that temptation?
Yeah, we have to be realistic. You have to, again, number one, you have to know where you want to see me. So you have to tell yourself, all right, that this me steadfast on the mission, yeah. This is the music me I deal with. Me already have this thing. And again, if the direction a man want to take him off, I just find him road. And then on the next level now, as there is a practical, you have to understand to say, if a woman interested in you to sometimes you can't even up on the internet or reach out to you see me. Sometimes you have to just bless them up to see me way. May I tell you the truth. you have to bless them up too and say, yeah, man, blessings are more strength and make them know. So give thanks to support the movement the same way
Yes.
you keep it flowing. Because you see, you have to understand human psychology. Human psychology is a powerful thing where you not understand because if a woman again fear intention must might be for lead you astray, you know, it's just that she have something where connect towards fear meditation, you know, and she feel like say that way you have is that way she need, not necessarily focusing on what where you are at in your life if you're in a relationship or what not, but you have what she need and she just feel like say she's a go-getter, so she go try to get towards what you have. So it's you know if you know where you want the same way, and sometimes you can't even pre it the way that because once you understand that now you understand say, all right, me can give you a ear lesson because you listen to my music and you love my vibration. See I heal more strength and more blessing the same way. But we're not gonna really take the reasoning beyond. We're not go in on a constant reasoning to a certain levels, but we are
Yes.
keep communication because people reach out to us on a daily basis and we just have bless up ones and make sure so we continue up our journey.
When I do creative consultations, because I do consultations for creatives, I tell them that those women that could be the leader of your community, your online community, put them to work. Because when them gravitate to you, instead of you sleep with all of them, these could be the workers in your, because they're interested in you. They want to be around you. This is a time to harness that energy toward building what you're building. And this is why we say purpose over pum pum. And once you're clear on your purpose, that's I think the greatest motivator, because you can block 99 strike and you can and one can slip if you don't really have that overall purpose. You know what I mean? You really have to be
Yeah.
focused on your goal. If you're just trying to repel without knowing the mission clear, you can miss opportunities. So
And
I'm
it's a
glad.
feminine energy too. And the
Yeah,
feminine
man.
energy is something where most man don't really know how to interact with outside of sex need that you know. So it's a
Yes.
next part of the game that where I feel like say again the expectation the same way because where I say it require organization, it require leadership, and enough man who have ego and have talent even if I'm not the conscious music, him not have the leadership or the organizational skills for even think on the level this. So it just depends on the meditation again and the
Yes.
capabilities where one have to.
Truly, truly, truly. Um, Speaking of organization and these things, I think one of the things I want to talk about is the practical reality of being an independent artist, because you have a lot of artists who them say them are artists and them now work. You know, I tell artists keep your day job. You know, I'm very big on that, because your income is what you're going to use to finance your uprising. You're your first investor, and I think it's so crucial. I know that because again, I met this brethren because I'm seek I out as an attorney for get work done, and him never come to I with no freeness talk or whatever. You know what I mean? So I know that Autarchii is a man where look upon them thing very practical. Speak to
Yes,
us
sir.
about the importance of artists working, and sometimes the ego, you know, you don't want to work so you're at home and your baby mother support you, a body up at daytime, because you're not pay the bills, you're not bringing, but you're artist, you know, and you wait for your booking, you might go out, you know, every now and then, but you're not bringing, but you eat every day,
Pie
you
in
know.
the sky.
Talk about the reality of work while you're
Then at that
pursuing
man.
your vision.
All right, enough time, enough youths, you know. Because all right, before you even get to that, and I want to like say the way enough people think about artists is very wrong, you know. Because you have some people think say you have to either be a chart topper or is a suffering artist, and I really feel like the whole stigma they need for cut from the get go, because it's not every artist who is not a chart topper or a man who out in that um mainstream feel is suffering. So I want them to know that and scale back on that top. But then again, a lot of artists is reach out to I and I who look up to I or some youth where want to try in the mission. And the first thing me always tell them just as like a day say me I say, yo, you have to work for you because at the full of the day, you can't just expect your career to rise to a particular level. Because for one, you're gonna need to record a song. Or are you going to record a song? A man not gonna let in a studio free, you know. So you have to make sure, so you have to understand what does it cost to record a song now, and how can I sustain recording that song? Because if you want to be an artist who is going to be out there, you have to have consistency. Especially as a new person coming in who nobody knows, when the people start see the consistency, them start gravitate to you. How you gonna maintain that consistency? Remember, you have to pay for your artwork, and we have to pay for your artwork. For a matter of fact, we may have reached us yet. You have to record a song, studio fee, studio time cost. Seeing, and when you record a song now, you have to go through and look at harmony night to make sure it can sound sweet. You can't just get a right now harmony singer. So if you not have one look of food in your pocket, when you get a look at harmony singer now, same way now, who can deal with the thing? You have to go mix tune have to mix. So you have to understand. So when tune and mix now, you have to go pay for one look at artwork to make sure so the thing can presentably. You have to go do two little press shoot now, because people now gonna take it serious if them don't see the thing look like it upon a particular standard. And how are you going to get to that? Where you got to rob and thief? You can't go rob and thief or depend on a man to believe in you, which I think a lot of the young youth them a take the road. The man don't believe in me, and you can't sit down and wait for a man for back you, because the moment you sit down and wait for a man for back you, it's almost like you lose yourself now and you don't have no dignity. So you see, if there's an artist where you want to have dignity and come through the rankings, you have to just look your whole on your one work until you say, remember a journey, even enough man overstand. That's why I tell a man, people talk about Bob Marley and all Bob Marley this, Bob Marley that. Enough people don't overstand. When a man say working on the night shift and I live with the far cliff and them and the Delaware, I work, the gang did work because they think that the gang they are studio one and all of these different places and the thing now move smooth. The gang have to left and provide for him family. They have to left and make certain things can set straight. A man I say, boy, but me no want in a shop and nobody did see me. Nobody did see me and know say me that same way. Then what you mean I don't want nobody see you? Then that the opportunity that you have to promote yourself, because we used to say that the people them where you work, they don't listen to music too. If you don't want to store, then you know, go print out some flyer for your music and everybody coming at the store, you give them one to see them way. So you have to know, as them would have saying at the back, all then they have to learn to ride and whistle. And I feel like most of the youth them don't really have the capability there. So I feel like it's a new approach where youths them are coming to the thing, need to have it, and even if you feel like say they're on a certain standard and you don't want to drop the ball, you have to just know how to balance the whole thing for you, because income is very beneficial towards this thing. It's not like the olden days when time you could have said, boy, you go walk got the studio and hope for a man to record it. Boy, Joe, so Joe Higgs them a record and boy, I'm gonna try to see if I can get in there. So and no, it don't really work the way that. So you them up overstand, you see the whole ego thing and the whole pride thing where a man have. It not gonna work. It not gonna work, It not gonna work, because you have to understand with the modern day, the way how the industry working in a modern day. You have to understand all of these things. Once you have your thing, you package your thing right. You see, you're gonna need funds to do everything you need to do, especially as an independent artist. Because remember, who is on the big scale? These people are pumping money. So every time you go up on social media, every time you see on billboard, that the label them. What you think label them are? They must spend to make sure so nobody can see you. So have to understand. So you're going to need your income to sustain your imagery, sustain your talent, and sustain that consistency where you have to have. So say, boy, if me I work, I know say if I even want $5-10 a week, I throw up on a Facebook ads, make people can see me thing. I have my look at artwork, my thing presentable and nice. Me have my song. If me can do 10 songs, me know so me have one song, me can go and push my promotion for my one song until the next song done by, so I pay out and I work for. And then after that, now me can save up my little money and have 6-7 songs. Is a nice little EP that way I can promote. Or you're going to do this if you don't have an income coming in. You have to have an income coming in for sustain your talent, because it's not talent alone. If it was talent alone, you could have gone in one bar on the corner or go up on one street corner and see the best singers you want to see. But if you want to be on that level, you have to have income to sustain that, and the only way to get that income is to go work.
Serious meditation. And in the modern era, every artist has to become a content creator. There's no escaping. And as you say, that's a team sport to do it consistently and to do it at a high level. Lion Pride, big up yourself. He said, thank you. Us as Africans born in the US, aka African Americans, hail His Majesty straight too. Hail His Majesty straight too. We hold Ras Tafari over in the US as a Pan-African movement with His Majesty and Empress Menen as the head. Yeah man, big up. all of our and I
Straight,
brethren, African
straight.
brethren who were born in America. Utmost respect for the family here. And as I said, the information is coming out now that there were ones in Chicago from the 1920s, early 20s that were healing. They call them the Rastafarites. Leonard Howell talked about them.
Yes, I.
You know what I mean? So this information is coming out. It didn't catch fire in America. It's still yet to catch fire. I think
Yeah.
that's the final frontier for Rastafari that we're going to see in this time. I think we're on the cusp of seeing that, because I've seen America evolve from cane row and or corn row to locks, and them a gravitate to certain thing, and the vegan and the this and the that. So me see it a creep. A big up yourself, Lion Pride. Bet David say are single like a dollar bill. That was when I asked if the eye is single, you know. Model car, one of the Lion Pride from over West Coast side. Big up yourself. Model car is a family man. Big up yourself. All right. Tree of fruits, youth of roots, say blessings. Do you think about, or how do you think about the Japanese Asian people playing Rastafari music? So I pose
Hey,
that to the eye.
you know, say I what? I yes, I win. A first week I tell somebody say Japanese them in a this thing to vital thing. You can you see without see the Japanese culture help shape the roots music, you know. Because and enough people don't know that, you know. The Japanese culture them help shape the roots music, because you have enough man will left all Japan and live at Jamaica, and Jamaica too, you know, and I hills him and live and I beat him Congo drum to same way, you know. And I get the energy there. You know, I make it, Japan is a very crucial market to the thing. And I find some of the Japanese them have some joyful energy. Cause first day in the studio to see me with Bridging Yoshi, who's a Japanese who I play some shekeri and some Congo jump, and I read him for the album where I work on right now and thing too. So are some crucial ones them where I play some role in the Rastafari music, because them support the culture, and them have the anciency the way the samurai energy, you know, it mix
Discipline.
up with the
Yeah,
vibration, you
yeah,
know.
high discipline culture, very disciplined
Yeah,
culture.
very.
I'm watching a show on Hulu right now, The Shogun. Serious Japanese, historical fiction, but it very excellent show. But it show you the discipline of the samurai culture. You know,
Yes, I.
them and the how them chat. But yeah, we definitely give thanks for the eye viewpoint in terms of the practical part of the music, because I think that until we're sustainable, because one of the things that we realize that we don't control the platforms and the pathways to perform the music. You know, if as a Rastafari artist you want to survive, you know, you have to do the European festival circuit. You're depending on people who are probably not of your culture to make you eat bread. And you know,
Yeah.
because of that, you know, your message is going to be tailored to that audience. You know, so that is another practical reality. How do you think, the main markets being California and Europe for roots music has affected Rastafari? Do you think it has affected Rastafari music?
It definitely affect it. It definitely affect it, because we see times when time we go up on certain stage and we start talk about black liberation, it's almost like people look upon we in a flawed mannerism. And I think that in the back a lot of one's mind who are do the music to where them limit what they would have wanted to do. Then enough artists like something where artists say all the time, say, me just a go and do this until me can get my name out, there, then me start do the music how me want to do it. But because them have to tailor the music to the market to a certain level, them always a think about certain limitations on them put limitations on them thought, and with them putting limitations on them thought, no, it almost like it stopped. The music might still sound sweet, it might still have an energy same way, but it's not the true essence of who the ones them would want to be. And I think that in itself is a problem, because ones have to think about all of this market. Anybody even outside of music, and you think about markets, a youth like I know the concept of market and the importance of market, and our messages are tailored to market. And I really think it affect the output where ones and ones really are bring. really affect the output when
Yeah.
of ones and ones I bring,
I,
because ones I think about it.
I interviewed Dwayne Stevenson, and he said that
Big singer.
music is still being made. Him said people still a make song about His Majesty, people still a sing about repatriation every day at studio, but these songs are not coming to the road. Do you agree with Dwayne Stevenson, or do you think that we've moved away as Rastafari artists from these fundamental pillars, in terms of keeping that flag, that banner raised, with these anthems of Rastafari and
No,
repatriation?
we agree with the meditation, because I there stood enough time and see ones that fulfill the mission, and them amongst enough ones where I hear the message. But here is what is my problem now along with that topic, along the lines of that topic. I keep on tell the people, me hear somebody a complain, say, oh, XYZ artist is not doing no roots music, him not doing no Rastafari music. Then fire, if him not the Rastafari music, why we don't go look for the youth, then we are the Rastafari music? Why, if they know say Autarchii the Rastafari music, then why is they focusing on the man who is not doing, so I think not doing the Rastafari music? And I think that is what's happening now, because the people them so tailored to the household names, and so groove and so locked into the household name, that them things that the household name them alone can provide a particular type of music where them are look for. And I think the people them, I really think that is a part of the partially due to the people them too, where the people them need to scale back a bit and overstand, say it's not the household name. Because I think about reggae music, a lot of people don't want to say it, but we can't say it now and tell the truth. How many reggae artists come to the forefront or get a breakthrough in the last 9 years, 8, 9, 10 years? It's not many reggae artists come to the forefront, as opposed to one time when you see reggae artists that come through the whole forefront. Because if you're going to be truthful to the thing, and you mentioned where the youth them would have said them reggae revival, or I know a lot of people have a thing against the term, but you talk about Chronics and Jesse them and all these different youths who come to the forefront. And that was around Kabaka, 2011, them time there. Not many youths come through the forefront after that time period same way. So we have to understand, says the people them to them need to look outside of the household names too, and I look for some youth where I do the Rastafari music. Stop complaining about the man them who not doing Rastafari music, and seek. Them say seek and you shall find. And I feel like the people them not seeking, not everybody, but I think generally speaking, a lot of ones and ones trying to focus and household names to do, and they want household names to do the music that they love, not overstanding that these household names that you are looking to do the music that you love, that's just not where they are at. Their meditation is not there. The image that they're trying to protect, that music don't suit the image that they're trying to protect. So we should be looking beyond them to find that music where you love. So Sarah, you have a youth over there so what the roots music. You have a youth over there so what the roots music. And that is supposed to have straighten, but instead I feel like we get so caught up on the same names who supposed to do the thing, that enough ones and ones end up start lose the essence. And at this I think the whole complaining thing start. But roots music is live and well. There's whole heap of ones and ones doing roots music, live music to the core too. Live music to the core too, and not just no computer digital rhythm. Because we are work on an album even right now on a live music we take with time, because I strongly believe say you have a difference between fast food. I have a difference between ital food where say the pot simmer and everything is right. So and that's how we view music to like how we view food, because we take the thing on a certain level where we know so we are ingest this thing is a more consumption type of vibration. So Rastafari music is there, it's live and well, but it's just that a lot of the ones who we look forward to put that Rastafari core music where we used to. It's not the same people who we are looked forward to provide it or necessarily provide it, and that is the problem.
I think also there's a disconnect between the roots artists and the sound system culture. One of the things about the reggae revival, you had ones like Yardcore, you had Gabri, Selassie, you had certain sound system brethren that were pushing the music so that there was a forum where people could hear, and one they were curating the sound. You had other ones who came in with the sound system. Do you think that the roots artists are making those connections or with the roots sound system? I can't even name 10 of them right now, sound system, root sound system, that are playing young artists, that are curating a sound. How important do you think sound system is to this puzzle?
Yes, man, sound system important to the whole thing, man. Remember saying, them man they determine. If you take the whole mainstream radio and all of these different things out of the picture, who you think determine which artists people hear? Are the man them where push the music because everywhere there's all right. There's no business like show business, and any show business where you go forward, they have to see a sound system man and push forward the works. And the sound system man them determine the sound where the people them move towards, the energy where the people them feel. And I even think say a lot of the sound system operators them not confident in them abilities. It's something where when I tell them the truth, them don't see them importance in the movement. And I think that is the big disconnect. A lot of sound system operators need to understand say they are them important fire. Like no artist can be more important than a sound system operator because the sound system operator don't play the artist tune. Nobody not gonna hear the artist because man can you could have record a song from now till a morning. No matter how it wants so nice. If the sound system operator don't play that tune, if the selector don't play that tune and make the people them hear it live and direct, we're not talking over the radio, live and direct, then that song won't have any purpose, so to speak, in the importance of the culture, the shaping of the culture, anything at all. So the sound system operator important. In fact, them are one of the major backbones of this culture, especially when you think about reggae music, when you think
Yeah.
about any form of music where until Rastafari works, it is not going to be mainstream. I can tell them that. It can be mainstream amongst our circle, but in terms of mainstream, the way the capitalistic system set up, them not really focus to go talk about the Haile Selassie and all of these different things. So it's I and I as the people have to bring the music to the people, and who are gonna bring the music to the people outside of the live band them when time the show are going. And the sound system operator gonna bring the music to the people. So them very important in that aspect.
And we have to invest in the roots sound systems. We need to be intentional about connecting, and that's one of the things that I want to do with the association of Rastafari creatives, is bring all of these Rastafari creatives together so that we know we have a spreadsheet. These are all the root sound systems, these are the territories, Brazil, this, that. So when you're doing your rollout, you are sent to these emails and these things. We have to get the thing more on a structured level, because roots music is actually intended to be heard on big speakers, because of bass line, and so it's an experiential music, and it come with a rubber dub vibration. And I think that we also have to model, because young people now whine again with each other are bubbling. You know what I mean? A beer hookah and cell phone selfie are going. So I think we have to even re-educate the audience in terms of how to full joy, because until you get that man-woman aspect and the going out part, you're gonna lose. That's why Afrobeat are beat up everybody right now, Because Afrobeat and soca part, you can go and you can interact with a woman as a single people. Because people like us who are taken, as the I say, we not go a road more than so. A single people, you know what I mean? Are the single people that drive the marketplace. So if you're not making music that allows them to come together in a conscious way, I mean, not talk no skin out, not talk bubbling,
Balance.
Rent a tile, them type of
Yes,
vibe.
right. Timing,
with man and woman a dance and a bubble together. We have to, as the roots, and I think the roots community, we kind of ignore that part there. And that experience, we have to be intentional about the entire ecosystem, so that the market is cultivated. I want to talk about some of your music video, because the eye has been singing about Africa. I notice say you have music video where filming in Africa, and I look for the eye. But I love the idea, because we overstand it from a seat. We overstand it as a man that tried the continent and know about the economics of these things, and then the importance of creating a soundtrack for repatriation. And I really, visionary, and it fits into what we're talking about in terms of living what you're singing. Where did you get that concept to shoot videos in Africa. Use Africans as the main focus to illustrate your music and that love of Africa.
I say is when cause all right, people would have it say it's a strange youth, because I tried to Africa, never meeting none of the Hydrins and Sistrins upon the continent, but just love and strength when the man them say red, because red is the music, is the movement. Is the movement where I promote musically, and even beyond that, Rastafari works. Red is the movement. And to the man them so passionate about red, and me I say, they are them so passionate about red until we even go to Africa, we headline, we own a show, and this is the first time we've been there. So I'm really see that, I'm see the creativity where they them have, the passion where they them have towards the thing. Man, I say, no man, then we really have to work with them and get this thing together. I don't know, sometimes the movement, we're all over the place too, and we are do a million and one things, and we are focused on recording. So sometimes we just leave them as the creative director and say, here we go on, get the works together. This is the song, this is the vision. So let's get the works together as we are building a movement, because there is all the time, we are focused on the 1,000 people who love we, So that is really my motto, If 1,000 people love Autarchii, then it's the one. Me not gonna be ungrateful and say, oh, nobody no support Autarchii. No, it's 1,000 people support Autarchii. That is a lot of people for support artists. So we realize that the African youth, them have the passion and the drive and the strength, and them really say, yo, Autarchii want to support your thing. Because to the movement I have, also red. When it comes to artists, you could have want, no matter where you want name, Autarchii, for them big artists, Autarchii, for them I get the strength. So I saw we really start raps with the youth them from Africa and have them for movements, and we just have them a fulfill red. We say, all right, this is the mission, fulfill the mission. Music video, all right, that done. What is the next music video? Because we always are working, because I saw we do it, and I don't feel like in this day and age you're supposed to have music and you don't have visuals feet, because that is the space that we're in. So if we can't do it physically, we still have to have a storyline, and that is what they provide. They provide that storyline regardless if I am there or not,
I love it. And again, it's consistent with the message in the songs, the visuals match. So we love it. Model Car said Rasta music is jam music and jazz for everyone. Sadiki, I'll big up yourself, Diki. Said dreadlocks. Freeway Dread said, on some level that's a compromise. I thought artists were supposed to soldier it out. Autarchii, you gained a fan in me. You pick up a fan.
More strength,
Freeway is a loyal lion, lion pride and Patreon them. Never leave my eye out. AMP said at 27 him time stamp it. He mentioned that there are people who cite Rastafari even before Leonard Howell. Could you touch on this a bit? Who are they? It's interesting for sure. So do I want to touch that or?
Yeah, man, because I want to tell you, me I try the book, all right, as right as me say that is a book, me I try give their recommendation because me know there's a particular book where they'll deep in it to see him, deep in it to see him, and I know it's Harlem, the Warriors, them was mostly in Harlem, New York to see him where, or heights that to see him where, and I think there was a same connection when the war go on between Ethiopia and Italy. A lot of these ones were responsible same way for really a sign up once to go fight for the emperor same way too, So I feel like that connection is when enough people really know to say the movement of Rastafari, even though a timestamp and them timestamp 1930 and ones that are bringing to Leonard Howell in Jamaica. Leonard Howell himself, I tell you, say him buck up and stumble up on some interesting ones who fight this Gideon right here in the US where enough people themselves not really know about it. So, but just I can't remember the exact book. I can't remember the question because I think that's very important.
There's a quote in the Jamaica Gleaner where Leonard Howell says he met the Rastafarites in I think it was in Harlem as the
Harlem,
that we're hailing His Majesty, and as a Garveyite, it kind of sparked him interest. So there were ones from the 1920s, African American brethren who were hailing His Majesty, because remember that the knowledge of this king from the Solomonic lineage and Ethiopian ones were looking at. I think the brethren was Weber. I can't remember him first name, who said look to the east for the coming of the Black King, and then Marcus now put it in his play. I think it's John
Yes, sir.
Weber is a reverend who had blocked that sound. So they were ones who were looking at this young prince, knowing that he would ascend to the throne, he was heir to the throne, and they were saying this is a fulfillment. So it's a very interesting history. I think the brethren Floyd Jarvis on I Never Knew TV recently talk about it. So head over to I Never Knew TV, check out that interview with Floyd Jarvis. So we partner with them Lion Voices over there as well. And we've been on several Ballad and the Dread. This is the brethren who brought me on the Ballad and the Dread. Talk about that as we talk about that. How did that link up happen with the Iron Junior?
Say it's from a longer time to it's a longer time to 'cause at that time to is a bridging named Ryan Skull end up introduce Junior to I Sounds, and they reach out and we end up do acoustic session, and then once after we do the acoustic session at Ital Kitchen to see me bless up Jamaica too, and we just start reason straightforward. All heap of time we are reason until them I say wait, so the reasoning can end up start take shape in a recorded form. No, we start if people meds it, we start reason before the visuals them start coming long time, and it just start taking time and evolve, and then we ballad and the dread, say when you see Junior now, that it shine, like a mirror where you can see through it. I don't know, say it's just different perspective. When you say Rastafari one, or say dread same way, I want get the concept misconstrued, It's people really call I dread as them say Rastafari dread and terrible same way. So we say, all right. So the reasoning from the dread where the people them would have called. So you have the ballad on the one side and you have the dread on the one side now, who come to give you a different perspective regardless. So we have one mission, and that mission is to educate people same way. And say Junior own I Never Knew TV now, and I come forward and we say Ballad and the Dread now, and the podcast itself now, and people start look for the podcast for substance now, where can carry them towards them daily life, and it's almost like a mentor type of vibes and a soul provider. I would have said the podcast would give people, the Ballad and the Dread podcast give people a vibration like a soul provider vibes, and again too, I think we're very interested is that technically would have classified Junior as a journalist. Then technically would have classified a journalist towards the works done on I Never Knew TV, and I as an artist. So I feel like that combination now as an artist and a journalist now, it's almost it broaden the horizon of topics so we can reason about and thing. And I saw the evolution go. So sometimes it's just the energy, because it's a musical energy we end up connect on, and it's just the reasoning them start take shape, and them start shape out into something until the reasoning them end up shape up into the Ballad and the Dread podcast. And again, it is what it is, and I feel like it have a lot more to go, because reasoning is where a lot of people need. It's brain food, And I feel like again, it's always about the message. So even though I as an artist same way, it's not just about singing, it's about providing the message in any form where we can provide it. And what better way to do that as a collective force same way, doing this thing same way upon a platform we can provide it to the people empty,
I can tell the eye that Junior speaks very highly of the eye. He really credits the eye. He really credits the eye in terms of lighting a fire under him when he was kind of on the platform and not really do much with it, He really credit the eye with that strength.
I love, man. It's natural.
Really love the Ballad and the Dread. If you have not seen the Ballad and the Dread, and I've gotten a lot of ones over here on the Lion Pride have come from the Ballad and the Dread. I see them come over and sometimes them say, yeah man, from I Never Knew TV. So it has been a great benefit, the partnership that I have. How is that partnership help the eye visibility and the eye as an artist being on a platform like that?
And that is the thing to see me. That's why I keep on tell the artists them, so them have to have an open mind. You have to have an open mind, and you have to think about the message. It's all connected, because remember, when a man utter a word out of his mouth and them talk it, almost every lyrics where you build, you did already say something like that, So you just sing your start, end up sing it. Cause all right, like even recently I build a tune and we are, me I build some make some ital sip. And so so I make some ital sip today. I will just ital sip I man a yard. He taught my calabash. Forward ever, backward never, I'm a naga stop. Roots I'm a drink. Can't drunk more what you think. Forever. We talk it same way. So I must say that for say because the podcast is really a reasoning. It's just a reasoning, connecting with some souls. And we're not talk, we just connect with people ears, we talk about connecting with souls. And I feel like that is what the podcast, a brain food I call it. So if you can sing brain food, and you can talk brain food. It's really the same thing. So I feel like in terms of the relevance, it keep I and I relevant up on a certain level. Because what we think about outside of just the message itself, there's a relevance to it where people can see the face and people can listen to the reasoning, and then them listen to the reasoning and then reach to the music and see the music is not just something we make up. It's not created, we just create it randomly like that. It's something where we actually live and we talk it and we live it and we move with it and we finish deliver it upon a certain height. So the podcast kind of show the connection towards my meditation, what in their brain, yeah, outside of just the projects or would have put out, or the singles or would have put out, or the music video. You get to sit inside of the mind of Autarchii to same way.
Do you let the people know, because I'm sure some people just know you from the podcast, do you make it clear on every episode that you're an artist and you have music for them to listen? Because you have a sweet voice, I don't want to turn your manager, but
Well, say when I think about it, the theme song, if you listen to the theme song same way, theme song same way, that's to say I the same way. I know the description is there towards the music within the videos the same way. But there's something where I think is a personality thing where sometimes I feel like it's not always about a promotion and some things can natural. So we always intertwine it. I will mention it and we reference it. Again, there's always a reference to the theme song, there's reference to the links. But then sometimes, because the reasoning just so natural the same way, sometimes we stop thinking about the marketing element of it and we just go into sharing a part of we. And I think that authenticity make people find out about Autarchii once them type the name same way. A man might just say, wonder if him have no more reasoning or how much reasoning him have. Him type in Autarchii name and a beer music come up and him so surprised him end up love the movement more.
It's true. I go hard with the branding and the marketing, but I think that as Ras Tafari, we need to do it more because we have a humility about us. And I had it for a long time, but then I also realized that because we're in a short microwave culture, it's like out of sight, out of mind, and people mind so distracted that you really have to be consistent with what you're doing so that people can know how to support the eye. But I love that connection, and I think that the item, there's no limit, there's no ceiling on where that can go because the chemistry is so natural between the item. And I love being on that platform and also just watching the item administrate on other topics because the item touch some topics that I don't really see most podcasts choose. How do the item select the topics? How does that work?
And that is the thing, is really a real life, because sometimes people feel like say we write down the script them. Sometimes I write before the reason where I say, so we see this go on, and there I say, so we see this go on, say from week now, my notes is like there with the gym, and there I say, but there at the gym, and I realize say January 1st, the gym full. But by January 6th, I see nobody again at the gym. So we have to talk about this whole thing of consistency and this whole resolution. Is a reasoning that and I would have walked on the street and we realize say ones and ones just vulgar and aggressive to one another. One another. We have to wait, but our really go on a society. We have to reason about that. So it's almost like it just comes so natural. But sometimes we see some thoughts, and every time somebody attack, I'm say, wait a say. Or there I say, something. We just there them just write it down and we shut a man a text or we put it in a Google Drive or something. And it's a reasoning that and we just write a 4 reasoning I go on for the day. But we deal with them 4 reasoning. So it's that's the reason why I think it connect and resonate with so much people, because people get for overstand say it a deal with them livelihood and where them a deal with on a day-to-day basis, and it a talk about things where them can resonate and it feels so connected to the item. So that are the realness where it bring to see me. And because again too is more like the knowledge where the item have is not just a regular knowledge where okay we have knowledge from the academia side of it, but it bigger than academia side. Is more of a street knowledge to see me, because we know what the street entail, we know how to interact with people, and then we know how to isolate from people at the same time, so you get different flavors and the reasoning to,
All right. So I'm gonna challenge the Irish right now. If you had no limit in terms of you could irate the future that I want, optimize everything, no obstacle. What does the optimized Autarchii look like in terms of an artist? Give me a bird's eye picture of what the full operation, if there's no economic limits, is it, Autarchii land, factories, how your thing would have look if you could reach the pinnacle of, music. What does that look like for the eye, and how does that relate to the Rastafari works and mission?
Yeah, and all right, so something where I think about every day, so they're right up there, I feel like that would look like a joy for the people, I would have said, because the way or me see it, I say music is a form of community service. Community development is at the core of anything where I do, because especially as a Rastafari, that is one of the main things why I and I is a Rastafari too. We like to connect and have that grassroots feel. So I feel like the more I and I would go up on the economic ladder and be that artist at the forefront who understand the importance. Again, there is a marketing advertisement where I understand the importance of being of the influence that I and I can have. Or every artist is an influencer, whether you like it or not. So if I was to be at the forefront on a certain level and have that influence, I would have certain movements like I would have currently we have the Youth Today scholarship. That is something we would have really pushed to more to the forefront and have more funding towards, so we can start shape the way education is formed. We have the Youth Today, we have entrepreneurship meets live music. Would I ensure say all of the funds them can go towards that and build out that model, and we have different offices and different things where people can work towards enhancing that model, so we can start shape the culture. Would have the collaborative works with different entities, so we have fun. Would have the festivals them, the what festival once or twice a year, where we can have the artists them where people not even they realize that them want to see. So if Autarchii, not even if, when Autarchii get to that forefront and get to that level, that is the intention where we are trying to come with now. And as you can see, is we don't wait until we get to that level to start the mission. We have these active things. We have the scholarship already active where there's so many students who benefited from it already. We have entrepreneurship meets live music where so many young entrepreneurs, youths benefit from it already. So we not wait to be financially free holistically to start the movement. It's just that once we are at that level, now we can fund the movement, and because we have so many organizational skills, we can help develop the movement even more. So that's how I really see it. Collaboration, networks, building on that strength, utilizing economics for fund the movement and ensure that the movement can reach as a wide audience as possible far right, because far right works need to be done, and it need to be done in the right mannerism and not a joke mannerism. When we talk about far right works, that's something we take serious. We not take it like sometime probably we'll turn off the Rastafari switch. No, we take it serious fire away. No matter how humble we want to be with it, we take it serious. So once the development start move, you will see the work that start developing.
And I love that, because you're talking about scaling what's already there. You're not talking about hope and dream and woulda, shoulda, if. I want everyone to notice the information for Autarchii on the bottom of the screen. You see it
Yes, sir.
scrolling by. My thing I get bossy people, and we we upgrade. You used to see a little duck in the corner name StreamYard and upgrade because the Lion Pride and Patreon are spent. And you see, this is what we are investing the community money to upgrade. So you see the branding in the corner. We have branding like a train. Come through the screen, Autarchii, all the information. So make sure you check him on
We
all
give the
platforms.
thanks.
Big up the Lion Pride and Patreon. You see, we're not gonna stay here, We want to build a Rastafari studio where we can really, like have a BT, but for Rastafari content, all different type of
Yes,
content
sir.
from a Rastafari perspective. So,
The
family, if you're
importance of
not,
the media.
yeah, man, it's crucial because you can't have a movement and you don't control the narrative of the movement. This is something that I've learned just doing the Jamaica Music Conference, being involved in the industry and seeing how important it is to the ownership of platforms, because we go on platforms and we want to get on the big platform, but we don't own these platforms. So it's so crucial, family, to invest in our own. uh, Autarchii, it's very few platforms that I could have this conversation, that they don't want getting on some mix up with you. They don't want to talk about His Majesty. They don't want to talk about these things that we as Rastafaris are joy. You know. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. We're almost gone 2 hours already, Autarchii. So we getting ready to seal up. This thing was so joyful. But before we
The
seal
joy,
up,
man.
we're living in World War III right now. Gideon turn on. It's real in the field. This thing need a soundtrack. The players of instruments have a duty. This is my view now. The players of instrument who said them a Rastafari have a duty to provide the soundtrack for this time. How the I see repatriation and in your project coming up, do you think it fits these times, or do you have to go to the drawing board, or are you being guided by this Gideon, or do you feel like it's just business as usual in terms of the music? How is the I approaching this time as a singer and player of instrument?
Yeah, because it's the relevance, because music it have to be relevant towards the time, and it have to help give some direction from I feel personally, and that is the way I approach music. So if that was the case, I would have been released this album already, because we have 50 odd 60 odd tracks sitting in a studio where we kind of send them go mix and master and just release them. But we really have made towards the time, and we have song where upon the album, some a song I even titled Blood Spilling, where they address the current state, Israeli, bomb Palestine. And when them done, them laugh and drink wine. Applaud along the way. Choose them ties with USA, yes. Blood spilling. Poor people suffer, youth man them crying. So it's a relevance where you have to really talk about the times we are going. You have to shed light on certain things. So and my music always been about that still. So been about the relevance and the time. So I feel like probably one of the exception when it comes to the relevance of speaking to the time itself and realize that we have to have some form of guidance towards the people. And that are the one I cannot stay true towards the lane there, even if it not suit everybody. We overstand that and we're all right and we live with that. And overstand say it might not be for everybody, because if this music was for everybody, then that simply means say it not really taught the right thing, and it's a music we sit down on the fence. And we understand say you have to take a side in this mission. There is a World War III. Which side are you on within the World War III? And that's so we really see the relevance of this music and Rastafari works, and the message will always be there no matter what, because that message is what we use as a guideline. To say it's a map, so we see the music, music is almost like a GPS where you put in your car for reach to a location. The music I got tell us, oh, so this is going over here so right now. Careful where you tread over here side. We can't, if you're not being good over there, be careful. And then we are going to inform you. So there's information in the music regardless no matter what. So the information, the relevance, being up to speed with the time, helping to guide the people based upon the affairs where I go on. So yes, I.
Can you give us a little piece of some of the new music exclusive? Drop some exclusive here on the Lion Talk live show. I want, cause the audio sounds sweet. Give us something to electrify the Lion Pride tonight. Give us something a cappella.
Cause I and I not give up. Alone the system it's so hard. I'm a daughter, she a ball. Cause I and I not give up. Go to work now every day. Yeah, time and still a staff. Cause I and I not give up. Alone the system it's so rough. And the dirty, yes, it's tough. Cause I and I not give up. Oh, they have no love. Oh Lord, stick to my goal. I write a business plan. Cause I man got to set up shop just for the younger one. Can't believe them bitter like a scarcity. System have no love for you, no war for me. No matter what they do, no matter what they try, I and I stay firm and they'll fall right. Cause I and I not give up. Empty on a different day in the slum. I'm on the corner with my gun. Oh yes, I'm having fun. At least I think I'm having fun. Because I'm drinking boom and rum. Pick up my phone, link bossy, cause bossy need for know who. Man, I gonna need some shot for gun. And as man hungry, man link too sharp, food off the road. Cause crocodile them running grown. Same thing again. The youth them leading lie. Think them living, but them a survive. Well, thing again. But the youth them playing draft. When them fear play chess. Wake up, wake up. Oh, youth them wake up. I will leave a melody, man. I will leave music, you know, man.
Serious music alone shall live.
Yes, I.
What a beauty. This was a joy. This is part one. You cannot come on the Lion Voice Network one time. We not do that. We not do them something there. So we're looking forward to follow the journey because it's important that we tell the story. This was just an entry. We can't get in depth. We just have to touch and move. As you can see, we've gone 2 hours already. And I really give thanks for the eye, just knowing the eye, seeing the consistency, seeing the drive that the eye have, and knowing that the eye is one of our future mega star on the continent because we're watching an uprising, and those who stay firm and those who stay focused, their reward is sure in Zion, So I really give thanks for even know the eye from this time. Poetic music say, and who said them supposed to do it again is the expectation because we see conscious lyrics, locks, and reggae beat. We need to grow beyond what people need to do. So I agree, we can't have expectations. As I said, on the ballad and the dread, it's a chosen few. It's not going to be no big crowd are going to do this thing, It's really a chosen few. Lion Pride said the original roots reggae from the 70s was it. Most of it was about black liberation and His Majesty and even repatriation. And I agree, when you listen to the 70s reggae, you really feel, that hopefulness, and you could see that it was around the corner, in terms of what they were singing about. Poetic music say, like Autarchii say, more while we need to seek, the music is out there, but at the same time, technology makes it hard. You listen to new roots music and algorithms change and give you popular reggae. The algorithm is a serious thing. We are going to have to talk about that for the next
Fox.
for the next vibration. We have to talk about it. Mother Kiara say, I'm from California and a Rasta. What you think about Isa, Protege, Kabaka Pyramid, Lila Ike? How do you feel about that crop of artists there, Autarchii? I know most of them personally, but how the eye sight them ones there?
Yeah, man. You see, yeah, man. You see, ones especially like all Kabaka pyramid. Kabaka pyramid. I and I agent to save me, man. A good agent. I feel like say they always beyond just the lyrics. They always say some powerful things where I make you have to look into yourself the same way. Same way. We talk about even put Kabaka upon the ballad and the dread the same way where the livication where they have towards the mission same way. It's not really all of the artists them from the crop there and I listen to same way, you know, but you have ones and ones where I and I feel like them are do some good works. I want them take it over the top and no one start do the works on a certain level where it can be embedded in anything. And I don't want them. I want a message to them. I don't want them just be for anything and everything. I want them really stay steadfast on a part and overstand said there is duty to be done. So it's not every one of the artists them on a certain level. I listen upon that level, but I like certain work for them from time to time. But Kabaka is a standout one to and I because I like the direction where they go towards the mission, you know.
He's also the brand ambassador for Habisha with the Kazi project, so I can vouch for the brethren personally in terms of the work because Abishai, Dwayne, and the whole team, Bebel Rock, them live where they must sing about. I can say that because I work with them and they're always available regardless of what they do for the works, you know. And from the Ras Tafari Youth Initiative Council, them days there, we know Kabaka was active. So, you know, really love that. And there are many. Name some of the young artists that you would tell ones to look out for. Because before we came online, you block a couple of names.
Yeah.
Who are some of the artists one should be looking out for?
Yeah, youth where the artists them where I feel like we get some shine to all youth like us, five star celestial. 5 star celestial you like Imaru Tafari, them you they have some good lyrics and good vibration. As the youth named Jalil to junior interview I to introduce I to music and enough youth out them and youth like Jalil and them youth there too and them youth there. And only for youth to do the works where we love the vibration where they them a come with and I feel like they them for start get some highlight to see way because they them a do the core music where ones and ones know about, you know.
Model Car says, a Rasta in America, can I make real Rasta music without the Jamaican accent?
Remember, say it's not an accent thing at the full of the day, and it's really just an energy. I really is an energy and a feeling. So from it have the energy and the feelings, then I feel like it attack and it have the message too, which is very important because the message you can't neglect the message.
No, and as a matter of fact, you can carve out a whole lane for yourself singing about Rastafari with an African American with your natural West Coast Cali accent. Don't, you know, your biggest competitive advantage is that there's only one of the eye. And, you know, so you don't have to try fit into a model. We want to hear what it sounds like with the West Coast accent, hailing His Majesty. You know what I mean? That is something we don't hear. So
uniqueness,
poetic beauty said never gonna be a slave to them system. Original Kabaka, and we'll get Kabaka on here. As you can see, he has a drop for the Lion Voice. So we'll have a Kabaka interview in due season. Fight Babylon, big up our next Lion Pride on Patreon. These are I family who invest in the platform. Enough respect, family. Keep the fire blaze, positive every time. So again, give thanks. I want to let everyone know May 5th, African Victory Day, which is this Sunday, we're going to be dropping our first segment of our Queen Omega interview, a rising artist out of Trinidad, really doing some powerful work. She had a viral video with Little Lion sound over 65 millions that, you know, went all over the world on a Dr. Dre beat. We talk about that. Very nice interview. We're going to drop that on Sunday. It's already available for the Lion Pride on Patreon on the platform. So if you want to see that before Sunday, just join up to the Patreon. The whole interview is up there. We're going to start releasing the interviews in clips so that we can give some benefits to the inner circle on Patreon. And what I was going to say to the eye is that ensure that the eye set up your paywall, your subscription service too. I tell every artist it's a key part of the ecosystem to allow your super fans or your supporters to support what you're doing and to build that community, because a lot of times artists have to do things they don't want to do because the financial stability is not there. You're waiting on a tour, you're waiting on an album release or selling merch, but you don't have a way for the people who love you to really just support the
Connect.
movement, yeah, and connect. So, you see, I have my Lion Pride and Patreon, them a plug in, them a ask questions. We're building a vibe together, and it might be few
Community.
now.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
community. That is the whole thing, and they get to see it grow. Before we go again, put the little bossy little train thing on the bottom so the people can see. I think that's the thing. Can we upgrade the thing? The Patreon money we are spending. We are spend the Patreon money. We don't take the Patreon go buy chain and them something. Some bossy little chain thing we have go on with the technology.
No, I know. Say, is that really a message to enough ones and ones? The artists, them artists in particular, need to learn to invest in their them career the same way. And I think
Yeah, man.
that are the important message to it. Me love how they keep and I reenact that the same way because that is very important. Because a man want to out there, but a man no want have to spend the money and invest in this and build up the thing. As a man that rather get our funds and go buy something for same and boost him image, but him now put it back in the talent to make it can even bloom and grow further too. So that is important. Yeah.
Crucial. And we're doing this, we're building the plane while we're flying, and I want people to see it because I've told artists to do what I'm doing now for years. So I'm going to say, I'm going to do it myself. And your platform don't have to look like mine, but you have to have somewhere where you're constantly front facing with your community, where you're able to let people know what you're doing, if it's a newsletter, if it's a, online, whatever it is, but you have to have something where you're having that direct engagement with the people who support you. So it don't have to be the lion voice where I have all these programs and me I do all kind of things. These are extremists. When anything to put my mind to, me just go extreme with it. But you can figure out how to balance your thing, and that is the example that I want to show. I had 2 people on my Patreon for over a year. I just 3 away, and now we're up to 14 because of consistency. And even those first 2 are no longer part of the Patreon for whatever reason, but new people come in. So it's all about just being consistent, and having ways for the people to support you. All right, me long-winded. We're going to seal up the thing. What are your final sounds to the family on this part 1? You're gonna see Nofa Autarchii is gonna be a regular on the platform, so don't worry yourself. But what is your final sound, and tell the people how they can support your ecosystem, your movement, how they can tap in and strengthen what the eye is doing and what they can expect from the eye.
Yeah, I almost said the message to the people is really for us ensure say be careful of the consumption. Be careful of the consumption. And what's the consumption is not just where you eat, is where you think, is where you watch, is where the environment you're there, because toxicity is a thing where it can flow around you, you realize you're stressed, you not even realize you're stressed too. And also on the next side too, if they them have a vision, they them just go to it because and nobody watch you or support you at the current stage because there's more people will always come in and support your mission same way because we build when we start and say Red music group and we build own our music and record label and say we are released to think to a record label and we not deal with nobody but the mission, we are deal with our mission. So you have to always steadfast for your mission. The journey of 1,000 miles begin with one step, even if you feel like even though we're not there yet or would love to be. But we step in there and we're being very grateful. Gratitude is important on this mission. Nobody feel like say you got ungrateful and you got prosper. No, you have to be grateful. Where am I now? Where am I coming from? And where do I want to get to? And that is very important. And it's something we always try to live and tell people same speed. And when it comes to a reach out to Autarchii, it's just again the same train where they them say I move forward. You see the website is there and we're building up on things right now. The Red Music Group is in the building phase. We have everything registered, everything set to go. It's just a launch of the website. So if you follow we on any of these platforms, when the things them really start launch and we start take the self-sufficient to a different heights now, them can be a part of the journey. So it's just a strength and the album is coming very soon. It's coming along. So red forever,
Yeah, man, I'm pleased. We want the exclusive when the album drop. We want the on the platform to talk about the song. Them, go through. We want to do some reaction. Something different where we can get into the message of the music. I want to do that with the artists
Yes,
who are
sir.
releasing message music, so we can go more in depth into the lyrics and why you said that and these things. So family,
Yes,
you
sir.
see what we're doing here. We're building slowly but surely. We're actually, I think, about 25 people away from 2,500 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to the platform, go subscribe to the platform. Let's hit 2,500 this strong. The Lion Pride is growing. The Lion Pride on Patreon is growing. The movement is getting stronger. Rastafari best days are ahead of us. You have not
Yes,
seen
sir.
anything yet. If you think the 70s did nice, wait till you see what come. Family.
Forward power.
Yeah, man, the family is coming together. We are part of that coming together. We are part of that ecosystem. And we are making sure that the Lions are telling their story. Why? Because the time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion Voice.
Yes, sir.
Aye, Selassie
So
I the
that's
first, King
live.
The fittest,
Rastafari,
fittest of the fittest shall
Maliki.
survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
I would say greetings, this is Kabaka Pyramid representing the Lion Voice vlog. Make sure that them check it out and stay tuned. See? Rastafari blessings every time.
I said.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.